Hello and welcome to my latest video. Today I'm in Rotherham, and as you can see on the map behind me, there's plenty to see here. There's plenty of good things, positive things about Rotherham. So before we go and have a look round, I'd like to say thank you to all my new subscribers, all my returning visitors and followers, and all for those who've pressed like and have commented on recent videos. Thank you very much. Right, let's go! This area of Rotherham is called New York. Now, why is it called that? Well, this factory behind, the old factory, Gueston Crimes, used to create and manufacture brass stop taps that were used in New York fire hydrants. So that's the link. So there's a link from Rotherham to New York, and behind me there is Rotherham United Football Club. It's the football ground there, which is called the New York Stadium, playing on the link here of the fire hydrants from New York. There was hope there'd be get extra investment from New York in here, in the ground. I don't know whether that's ever happened, but it's a good connection. Rotherham United, the New York Stadium. And here it is, the AES Seal New York Stadium, a 12,000 capacity stadium here in Rotherham. And there's two coaches just about to set off as Rotherham United are playing away today at Wrexham, Hollywood's Wrexham in North Wales. So, good luck Rotherham, hope you win. So that was the New York Stadium, but what happened to their old stadium, Millmoor? Well, here it is. Here is Millmoor, where they used to play. It's now home to Wickersley Youth Junior Football Club and Sheffield FC Ladies. Good that the ground is still being put to use. It's also part of a regeneration project. At least it hasn't just gone straight to housing like lots of old grounds have done. Here's the old ground, Millmoor, former home of Rotherham United. And we've found ourselves a blue plaque. This here is in memory of the many World War II ex-servicemen who made this residence their home here at Carlton Villas. They lived here between 48 and 91. And in 1962, it was visited by General Komorowski, the leader of the Warsaw Uprising, 1944. The uprising was against occupying Nazi Germany, a major World War II event. And this here is a link to this house in Rotherham. Well done everyone, and thank you for your service. So here at Forge Island, there's this amazing contraption here. You've got a, looks like a massive guillotine that cuts down, whoosh, and cuts off the water flow along here. I don't know whether that's for boats getting in and out of the lock, if that's something to do with it. It's certainly an interesting contraption. I like interesting contraptions like this. We'll have a bit further walk down to if we can find Rotherham Lock. There. Without the guillotine chopping our heads off. I found it. I found the Rotherham Lock. Here it is. Boom, Rotherham Lock. And here's Rotherham Lock footbridge. We'll go over that and see what we can see. I like the sun glistening off the water here. Here at Forge Island Canal side. They've built up the side of the canal there, up towards Travelodge. And there in distance is the train station. Right, let's head into the town and see what we can find there. It looks like they've really made an effort here on Forge Island. There's the cinema, there's restaurants, there's nice walkways in the sunshine around the canals, not the canals, the rivers, and they've made an effort. That's good. Let's recognise where places have done something to kind of improve areas. I'm liking the shape of the buildings here as well. I'm going to head now into town and try to find what other delights Rotherham has for us. Let's go. Wow. Look at that in the sunshine. Beautiful. See, plenty of good things in Rotherham. Awesome. We've even got this nice grassy area here next to the river as we come in the walkway into town. And this magnificent building in front of us. I want to see what that is. Let's go and explore. Wow, what an impressive building. Here, aptly named on Church Street. Let's have a look round for a closer view. And this amazing 14th century Rotherham Minster. And here it is, Rotherham Minster. I do love how these old buildings, these old religious institutions, such a landmark on the skyline, pointing up to the heavens, piercing the skies. And look at all the ornate work in the windows, the stained glass. It's such a beautiful building. It's good. It's nice. Behind me, we've got Rotherham District Civic Society doing some great work, publicising all the good things in the area, and they're telling people about the history. They organise walks. I'm going to have a chat with one of them now and see what we can find out more about the great place that is Rotherham. Good stuff.
Hello.
I'm here with John from Rotherham District Civic Society. Rotherham's a great place, John. Tell us all about it. What's good about Rotherham?
Well, I'm a tour guide in Rotherham.
Excellent.
But I'm also a tour guide in the city of York.
Okay, fantastic.
And I can promise you that Rotherham is way more interesting.
Good stuff. What's some of the historical things about Rotherham as to why people would want to come here?
Right. But basically, we've got a heritage very similar to York's, with lots of more interesting bits.
Okay, that's good.
So, most of our streets in the town are called gates.
Okay, yes.
This from the Danish word gater.
Okay.
Because like York, Rotherham was once a Viking town. But then we've got lots of other interesting developments that York never had.
Right.
Such as the early Industrial Revolution.
Okay.
Rotherham made cannons of such a high quality, it gave Nelson a tactical advantage during his major battles.
So it's not just Sheffield in South Yorkshire?
No.
It's wider than that. And Rotherham's got a lot to be...
In fact, when the postal system first got underway, to send a letter to Sheffield, he used to have to address it to Sheffield near Rotherham.
Okay, great. Excellent.
Yeah. And it still is a centre for technical innovation.
Yep.
We've got the advanced manufacturing part.
Okay, fantastic.
And what also interests American friends is that this was also a centre for patriot Whigs during the American War of Independence.
Wow.
This was home to Lord Rockingham at Wentworth Woodhouse.
Yep.
He was the Prime Minister that signed off on American independence, and also home to Lord Effingham, who lived at Masborough, Rotherham.
Yep.
And that guy is commemorated in the names of American warships.
Yes.
And the cities and counties named for both Rockingham and Effingham.
Brilliant, excellent.
But the challenge that we're trying to face now is that you talk to Rotherham people about these gentlemen,
Yep.
Rockingham and Effingham, and they think we're talking about pubs,
Yeah.
because that's all that
Yeah.
people know of them, pub names.
Yeah.
But there's a history far more important,
Definitely.
hiding.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to pull all these ancient stories of Rotherham out.
Yep.
And change people's
Fantastic.
perceptions and getting people to take
Great.
an interest. So every Saturday, with the Rotherham Civic Society, we do walks around the town.
That's brilliant.
And we explain the history of each street.
Yeah.
And also the principal characters, the
Fantastic.
people that lived here.
Great stuff.
Okay.
John, thank you for your time.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you very much.
Cheers.
We are now in the year AD 41. The Roman army is marching from the south. He's coming to take these lands. These lands known as the hamlet on the Rother, Rotherham. You are members of a tribe. The tribe is known as the Brigantines. They are the largest tribe in Britannia. They will defend these lands for the next 27 years. The Romans shall not pass.
Behind me, you've got the market area here, and they are being treated today by this musician, this busker behind, playing some delightful music, keeping people happy, making them enjoy their shopping experience here in Rotherham. A lot of these market stalls seem like they're craft orientated, or they're independent people doing their own thing, bringing handmade stuff to people of Rotherham. That's good to see. Individual stuff that's craft related to an area. That's good. Here is what used to be the old town hall assembly rooms. And look at that amazing stained glass window there, depicting the Chantry Chapel over the river, and also the Minster there as well. You can see a reflection of the steelworks and the coal mines in the background there as well. It's good when towns represent an area like this in art. That's good. This here's the old town hall. And what a building it is. It's been repurposed. It's now access into shops. We'll have a little stroll into here because it looks rather nice. There's a sweet shop, pet shop, a cafe, all sorts going on in here. Liking that old bridge across there and the glass ceiling, as you see all your way through this little walkway through here. That's good. Tattoo shop. There's all sorts going on here. It's good. At first I thought it was quite quiet in town, but it's certainly picked up. There's more people around now. The shoppers going about their business. They're using the market. They're having their entertainment. It's good. There's more happening here. This is one of the quieter roads here, just as I go past the Rotherham interchange here. College Walk, Rotherham interchange. But yeah, there's lots happening, lots of regeneration going on, and it's just a nice northern town. This here in front of me is Bridgegate, but I don't see a bridge that way. But come round the other way, here's the bridge, and here's the chapel on the bridge. the Chantry Chapel. Let's go closer and have a look. It's next to the Rotherham interchange where you get your bus. But we don't want a bus. We want Chapel on the Bridge. Let's head up these little steps and explore a bit further. Now, there's not many of these chapels on the bridge, Chantry Chapels, in the country. There's another one in Wakefield that I know of, but I don't know of that many others. It's very small, but it does its job. This is the parish of All Saints, Rotherham, the Chapel of Our Lady on Rotherham Bridge. Built in 1483, the chapel is one of the few remaining medieval bridge chapels in England. After the chapel was closed in 1547, it served as an almshouse, a prison, a dwelling and a tobacconist's shop until it was restored and rededicated in 1924. That's an interesting combination: almshouse, prison, dwelling and tobacconist shop. I'm guessing not all at the same time. But here's that amazing wooden door and the features of the windows, even the small ones there. I like it. I like a good Chantry Chapel, like this one here on Rotherham Bridge. I do love a good fish shop pun. This here is the place to be. Get it? Do you get it? Place. It's a fish in it. I feel like I've walked a very long way this morning. So far, it's almost as if I've left the country and I've gone to the other side of the world, to New Zealand. That's a long way to walk, isn't it? Behind me is the offices of the Rotherham Advertiser. Now, I talk like this because you could guess who used to work there. That's right, Jeremy Clarkson used to work here. One of his first jobs was on the Rotherham Advertiser behind me. He said it was the best job in the world. Next. Next to the Minster is this. It's the Rotherham Heart of Steel, a sculpture made in 2015, and we're going to find out a little bit more about it now. The Rotherham Heart of Steel sculpture symbolises the heart of the community, unveiled in July 2015. The heart was designed by local sculptor Steve Mady and gifted to Rotherham by the Yorkshire Man of Steel charity, with the generous support of materials and expertise and the grateful assistance of Rotherham Metropolitan Borough Council. The Rotherham Heart is a companion piece to the Heart of Steel, which will hold 150,000 names and be placed inside Rotherham's future landmark sculpture, the Yorkshire Man of Steel. And here it is, right next to the Minster. Past, present, future, community, identity, and pride. Steve Mady, 2015. It would be remiss of me to come to Rotherham and not tell you which other famous people are from here. Now, the Chuckle Brothers are famous for their Yorkshire accent, and to me, to you, all their funny CBBC antics over the years. Sadly, there's only one of them around nowadays, but he's a proud Rotherham person. So there's Chuckle Brothers. There's the England goalkeeper David Seaman, he was from here, as was Howard Webb, the referee. William Hague, the former Conservative leader, he was from here. Lynn Perry, who played Ivy Tilsley in Coronation Street, she was from here. Dean Andrews and Liz White, who are in Ashes to Ashes and Life on Mars, they're from here. Christopher Wollstonecombe, the bassist in Muse, he's from here. Jive Bunny and the Master Mixers, they were from here. Wow, lots of people are from here. As we mentioned also, Jeremy Clarkson had his first job here on the Rotherham Advertiser. James May, his Grand Tour and Top Gear colleague, grew up here. And there's lots more going on in Rotherham. And those people have gone on to lots of great things since then. Even Ivy Tilsley. There's some interesting buildings along here. This is the old High Street. Got an old watchmakers. There's now a tattoo shop. But look at some of the old buildings you've got down here. I love town centres when they've got a good mixture of things. Oh, what's he spotted? He spotted a blue plaque. It's a blue plaque here for Thomas Badger. Love a Badger. Solicitor and coroner, lived here, presided over many inquests, including those held following several major disasters. He played a leading role in the formation of the Rotherham Gaslight and Coke Company. Wow. Thomas Badger. And here we have Rotherham Town Hall. Now up here you've got coat of arms. It says it's in the West Riding of Yorkshire, but there's some signs outside here, and there's a whopping great big cannon. Why is there a cannon in here in Rotherham? Well, this here is the Walker cannon. The cannon was made in Rotherham by Samuel Walker and Company, 1790 to 1820. The cast iron cannon barrel, 8 feet long, weighs 1¼ tons. The muzzle loading cannon fired a 9-pound iron shot. Wow. This was in the times of George III. The cannon may have been seen service on a British Navy frigate. Later it was used as a dockside mooring bollard, and now being restored here in Rotherham. The Walker Company produced a quarter of all the cannons used by the British Navy during the wars against the French and also the American Wars of Independence, including 79 of the 105 guns across HMS Victory, famous as Nelson's ship. The Victory earlier served as a flagship to Admiral Keppel, and Keppel's column, built in 1780, lies to the northwest of Rotherham. Not quite as famous as Nelson's column, but Keppel's got one too. Voila. And there's a plaque here for HMS Rotherham, launched at the height of the Second World War. The 1,760-ton destroyer was a big old beast. Wow. As you'll see, I'm wearing a blue jacket today. Others might call it a blue coat. But what is the local Wetherspoons here called? That's it. It's the blue coat. It's almost as if I knew in advance, so I knew to wear a blue coat. And there's a blue plaque on this Wetherspoons. It's saying it was built by the Fiofis of the Common Lands of Rotherham in 1776 to house the charity school originally founded in 1708. The building has had various uses until it was sensitively restored as a public house in the late 20th century. Sensitively restored into a spoons. Happy days. I'm currently walking down a very nicely named road. It's called Snail Hill. Now I don't know whether that's in reference to my pace. It certainly would be if I was running up it, but walking down it, down Snail Hill, it's good. I also like to make comment on the fact that Rotherham is quite spread out. It's not just the main shopping area, there's bits further afield, so it's not all in one place. There's a bit more So sometimes you've got to walk a little bit further, 10 minutes either direction, to find something a little bit more worthwhile seeing. There's plenty to see here in Rotherham, but you've got to go and you've got to find them, and you've got to go and you've got to go and enjoy them for what they are. And now I've got to turn right onto High Street. That's what the map's saying. Cool, let's go. And here, on the outskirts of town, is Rotherham Civic Theatre. And it's an amazing looking building, and I'll say that quite often, but there's quite a lot that are amazing. We need to appreciate good buildings like this, especially when they're connected to the arts, like the Civic Theatre here. Well done. As you can tell, I'm a bit out of breath because it's at the top of a hill. Right, where next, Rich? Welcome to Rotherham. Welcome to Gallery Town, the UK's largest gallery town. Wow. Rotherham's open air art gallery. Awesome. And here's one here. Rotherham's got a couple of nice parks in its area. So there's Clifton Park opposite with a war memorial. There's also Boston Park as well. Awesome. And that just about wraps up my visit to Rotherham today. I've really enjoyed having a look round, all the different things to see, finding out about the history of Rotherham and why it's played such an important role in this country's history, and all the good things here. So if you're in the area, come along. Rotherham is on the up. Don't forget, click subscribe, leave a comment below, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now. Ding.